Man United are still sticking with the high-wage players. Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro. Man, and all to the United fan, you cannot build something that is broken. You cannot build something. These players are broken, cowards, and they are not at the standard of EPL. Simple as that. It takes 5 years. All of these players have been in the PL for 5 years, and their game has not changed.
Alright, welcome back to another episode presented to you by Bollock Studios, where football nutmegs the nonsense. Yeah. So what a week lah. So shall I just kick this off with Liverpool got diced? Guys, I mean, hear me out on this, yeah. So on top of just Liverpool getting Sean diced, I've got a bone to pick with Jamie Carragher, right? And if you ask me personally, I think somebody got to give him an award, right? Why I feel he deserves an award for his comments, especially. In general, when United is in disarray and all whatnot, his generic comments are he's not gonna survive using this system in the Premier League. But after 6 losses in 7 Premier League matches, he says that Liverpool needs to spend more. So of course that's a question I'm gonna save for Kevin later. Yeah, so stay tuned to that. And another bone to pick with Jamie Carragher: leave the punditry before punditry leaves. Yeah. Bloody hell. Oh man, really? Someone give him an award, man. But I mean, fair play lah. Big shout out to Jamie Carragher regardless. Yeah. And what else, guys? United can't even beat a 10-man Everton. Well, looks like United.
What a joke.
Exactly, right? Let's put it this way. I would probably sum it up as United. So let's put it this way lah. In short, United was not trained to play against 10.
I think United was not trained at all to play in the Premier League.
But of course, right, 2 jokes of the weekend. But of course, big shout out to Arsenal. What a North London derby, man. And Eze, he just made it look so Eze, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hat-trick for a derby to score a hat-trick. Bloody hell. What? I mean, really big shout out, man, to Arsenal.
What a signing.
Yep, I agree. What a signing. And obviously, yes. I mean, of course, guys. Speaking of which,
it was easy to get an Eze.
It was easy. It ain't easy being cheesy. But of course, in today's episode, we are missing Kuhan. I have to be very precise when I pronounce the names, because we have two of our fellow,
The meaning is the same, huh?
It's the same, yeah, exactly.
The meaning is the same.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
But of course, we're missing Kuhan today. So for obvious reasons, he's got, urgent errands tomorrow. So he couldn't join us. However, I would like to think his guess is always equal, right? As in terms of his review, a great derby, really. Great derby, clearly shows that depth has not been an issue this season. And are they, are they going to, run the, not just run the race, perhaps they will lead the race to win the Premier League? I would like to think I'm really rooting for Arsenal this time round, right? So, and of course, not just the North London derby, Newcastle masterclass City, man. Wow. So, it was a very, very entertaining match, if I'm being very honest. So, that having said, boys, let's get into it, shall we? So, I shared a bit of my thoughts on the North London derby. So maybe any of you guys would want to just care to share a little bit on the derby.
Cool. I was really surprised. I thought after Odegaard gets injured, and then saw Gabriel's getting injured as well, I thought, okay, maybe they will struggle a little bit, But I was really surprised. Maybe this is just me being ignorant, right? With Arsenal and I was really surprised to see they had Hincapié as also part of the depth as well in the centre back. That is like another, same or almost the same standard centre back with Gabriel itself. But I know Gabriel has the form, But yeah, I think I echo the same as well. I think one thing I think Eze he's a different kind of player with Odegaard. Odegaard creates, but I think we were also speaking in off line as well that he's putting himself like a prime Francisco Totti, right? Trying
Yep,
to
yep,
drop
Yes.
yep.
behind,
Friends Tortilla. I
yeah,
think
and then coming
maybe
in.
we
Right.
have to explain to the younger audience what is prime Francesco Totti means. Because
Maybe
they
some
will think there's
picture.
a bunch of old guys bringing up some old player and no one cares about. So for the record, Francesco Totti is the son, the prince of Rome. So
Yeah.
if you go to Rome, his murals are everywhere. Incredible. He is a one man club, never moved
Mm-hmm.
anywhere. He never went to the US as well, like what some one man club does.
Mm-hmm.
If you know I'm putting wood and pick about. So and his gameplay is simple, like 1-2 touch, the shoot, the first time crosses, very,
Right.
very easy.
Simple.
And I think Ez's goal against England, although I mean, thanks to Foden, brilliant assist, was the finish is very much like Francesco Totti. How he finishes in all the three goals against Spurs and also at the game for England. So yeah,
I really like his awareness. He knows where the space is,
Mm.
right? And sometimes he drops in and he drops out, and I was
it's a
really
typical
surprised.
number 10.
Correct, exactly, and that's why the reference to Totti, the Prince of
Yeah,
Rome, like you call it, Kuhan, right? Because
Prince of Rome.
sometimes he knows when to drop to link up plays with the midfield, and sometimes he knows where the ball is. You could smell, and this type of things you don't train in training ground,
You
right?
can't train.
Yes, and again, this makes champions, man, and yeah, maybe
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
maybe Kevin, you got anything to add?
No, I mean, like you said, I mean, yeah, definitely Eze. I mean, I said it before. So Eze is what a player, what a signing he was to Arsenal. I know we used to talk about Saka previously,
Yeah,
but now he has taken over the ball from him, and he's such an influential player for Arsenal, and really helps out at the back. And like you said, I mean, the goals he scored, I tell you, just amazing, wonderful goals to see.
I agree.
It made it look easy, like Matt said.
But
You make it
And, uh,
very easy.
and do is it I dare say as well for the derby, right, the North London derby, right, that the goals came in from open play instead of the
yeah,
common
yeah,
set
Yep,
pieces.
Yep,
yep,
yep.
yep. All the goals, yes.
not set
What
pieces.
really exactly? So wow, I mean, brilliant performance, man. Overall, really,
Even
man.
the
Right.
Spurs goal came from a very far open play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that goal.
Richarlison.
I like that goal.
Yeah, that was
I
a
think
good goal.
knowing Arteta, he will definitely will say something about the lack of awareness, right?
For Raya.
To yeah,
I
Mm.
one
think,
Raya, and I think the person who lost the ball, was it Zubimendi, right?
yeah,
yeah,
Zubimendi, yeah.
Mendy.
I think he hold the ball too long.
What a goal, man! From
It,
yeah,
it looks like a Bruno Casemiro error, right? Who wants to go hold the ball too long, and then
Yeah,
people got
correct.
impressed. But guys, I was really surprised with Thomas Frank, man. I mean, I know him as a tactician as well, in my opinion, but he couldn't find any solution with Arsenal.
I think the
Yeah, yeah.
squad is struggling and the striking department, Richarlison is, as I said, but I don't rate him very highly.
yeah,
Except for the
Yeah.
goal was brilliant, but his general play and I don't know. I'm not sure is he the starting striker for Brazil or not. Because if he does, then their
I
World
don't think
Cup
so.
hopes
Yeah, I don't think so.
is not so great.
yeah.
And
So
do I dare to say that this is also what you get 50-50 you get with a middle team manager? With all due respect, right? Either you build a better team with them, right? As you could see, certain middle team manager builds team, or you stay like a middle team
That's harsh,
mentality.
yep,
man. That's harsh. That's harsh. I mean, you have managers like Eddie Howe, I mean, lesser than middle tier, got relegated, who are,
Like I say, 50-50, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
like I
mean,
say, yeah.
who else is middle tier? I can't think of
David
anyone
Moyes for
else.
MU for one.
David Moyes. David Moyes.
Well, he did win a cup for West Ham.
Yeah, Arteta as well. So,
Brendan Rodgers.
well, Rodgers almost won the league, right, Kevin?
almost.
Almost.
But I don't know. I just feel the Spurs looks like a Brandon 2.0.
Mm.
But I mean, since what is this? The Argentinian manager who brought them to the Champions League final now is a coach
Yes,
for US.
Pochettino. Yes.
Pochettino, I don't think they have. And I mean, Pochettino also is a mid-club level. He was from Southampton before.
Yeah, again,
Yep.
I say 50-50, right? It's like hit and miss you get from these middle or managers who manage middle tier, right? Because you see, so like the standard cannot increase. You see, David Moyes struggle with Man United. His style, he knows one style of playing, right? The process, the long balls, the direct, and it does not work with MU. I mean, the like what you were saying, right? When the players could not relate to the tactics, right?
Or
So
didn't respect enough.
perhaps, I
Yep.
do not know.
So, of course, before moving on, as what you were mentioning, Sharif, if it's a Brentford 2.0, so how do
Yeah,
you
I don't know.
spell
Let's hear the
Brentford?
comments, man. Let's hear the comments from Spurs. Am I being too harsh or what? Yeah, let's hear.
So, of course, how do you spell Brentford? Spurs. Yeah, joke only. So, Mel, if you want to spell it that way, it is just for banter. So, but of course, addressing to the viewers and to the fans as well, to all you Arsenal and Spurs fans. So, let us know your thoughts. Let us know your comments. Just drop us your view, man, on the great win from Arsenal, especially. Yeah. So boys, moving on, man. So of course we had Newcastle United, who obviously pulled a master stroke against City, winning
Well
2-1.
done.
Yeah, man, really well done,
Yep.
man,
Yep.
to Newcastle. So my question to Kuhan, obviously,
Don't talk about Isak again.
I have a bone to pick with Kevin on that part, yeah. So, but I will save it. We have the Liverpool segment after this, right? However, Kuhan, just to gather a bit. Look, again, they pulled a masterstroke, whatnot, right? There were penalties that were ruled out by.
But
What are your thoughts? Let me gather
but
your thoughts.
before we go there, you should ask me how was my weekend first.
Okay, yeah, how was it? Please tell
So
us your great weekend.
Forget script, man.
my weekend was quite simple. So Newcastle won against the mighty Manchester City. Sunderland lost. Isa is still shit. MU is still shit. So it's a brilliant weekend. So yeah,
All right, yeah, suits you lah.
That's some.
pretty good weekend.
That's sum up, man. That's the weekend.
Yeah,
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 that's the weekend.
exactly.
That's
All
all for
right,
today's episode.
all right. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
All right, roll the credits. But yeah. So go and just to understand a bit. So during the game there were like what two penalties that were ruled out
Yeah.
via VAR. What are your thoughts on the
I
VAR?
think the first one for Malik Chiao,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a penalty. I don't know how they didn't give it. But the argument by the FA was that the shot was taken before and the tackle came.
Yep.
And specifically for the penalty rule, it's weird that this is a foul in any other place in the field, but in the penalty, it has to be reckless. It wasn't considered as reckless for it to be given a penalty, and that's the explanation the FA gave. So I thought it was a penalty. And the other one, the Malik Chiao handball wasn't a handball because, it's like, what is this unnatural position of the hand, which was natural anyways. So yeah, that's the problem, which I don't think is a penalty.
Right.
For
Okay.
both penalties, Kun, you think not a penalty?
No, I mean, no, the first one, yes, but the
Okay.
second one, no.
Hmm.
The first one, yes. I mean, but that's the thing. The rules are very different in Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if it's in a European match, both of them would be a penalty, I think.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to brain it, right? Like, if that happened to another team, if
Which
that was
team?
during a Liverpool or a United game, it might have been a whole different thing altogether, right? But anyway, but really, so yeah, that was just one. I thought just wanted to know on your thoughts on it. But overall, what did you make of the game?
This is prime Newcastle United lah. I mean, because I've never seen them beat City in a very very long time. I think the last I saw them beating City was probably during Alan Shearer's time and maybe some last minute penalty a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was that actually. City was always, especially Pep Guardiola City, was very hard to win. This is Eddie Howe first win against Pep Guardiola in the Premier League. So after 15 occasions, I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe lesser than that.
Mm-hmm.
So they started off well in the front foot. And remember, guys, what I told you when the fullbacks return.
Yep.
That you see the how Tino Livramento and Luis
advantage.
Hall played. I mean, yeah, I mean, like Doku was incredible against Liverpool, but against
Yes.
Livramento is the best 1v1 defender in the whole league, and that made a
Mm,
huge difference. It allowed the midfield to play with Lewis Hall as well coming
Mm-hmm.
in, and he changed the whole backline. Only Malik Chow remained.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
He didn't use Botman, he used Fabian Shah, so it was easy to mark Haaland with that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because the
mm.
your fullbacks are not so effective. And yeah, I mean, what a finish by Barnes for the second goal. The way he hold the ball and then control it,
Yes.
and backheel the ball in a way. It was good. I don't. The 2-1 scoreline is a humble scoreline for Manchester City. It should have been more because the XG of
Yes,
Newcastle is
yes,
superior
exactly.
than City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's my feel of the game. It was a good game. I enjoyed it.
Nice, nice. So of course,
But
before we move on, right? So before we move on as well, Sharif, you have anything?
yeah, I think I agree, Kuhan. And also the what they call that, the fullbacks coming in. Do you see? I think what at least from where I'm seeing right now, I think for the big games, Newcastle is getting the
Turns up.
result. Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
and the games where they supposed to, well, on paper they should beat, or they should get results. That's where it's getting surprised. Do you see maybe now, as you mentioned, the fullbacks are coming back, and there may be a run of fixtures with the Champions League and everything. Do you see a change of a momentum?
And I very hard to answer. I cannot tell. Okay, we are back. We are so going to climb up the
Yeah.
table and
Don't be like
win the.
MU fan, ah.
Once in a while must be Delulu.
Nah, the Lulu part is simple. We're going. We won't qualify for Champions League via the league. We'll only qualify
Mm.
by winning the Champions League. That's the
Yeah, you
Lulu
said
part.
that. You said that. You said that.
I think the away form need to be sorted out, and it didn't help again with the fullbacks. But I mean, to be fair, Newcastle have won 7 of their last 10 matches across all competition.
Yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
not bad actually.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you focus only on the Premier League, then it looks like it's very mixed.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this is what I say. I think they will improve. We are waiting Visa to come, Johan Visa to come in. And Gordon is back as well. So let's see how today they. I think Gordon will be starting today as a striker. They probably won't use Waldemade. They'll be playing Marseille today in the Champions League, and Marseille is it's quite a tough team. They are they
Yes.
are they
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
You
Yep.
know who's their former manager? Their current manager is who you guys know. I can guess.
The Zerbi, right?
Yeah. So I mean, they have scored 35 goals in the last 50 games. And they have I mean, Mason Greenwood and Abu Mayang as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a tough away match for Newcastle. And the real test whether if as Newcastle turn the leaf or not will be against Marseille and also Everton, which was
Mm-hmm.
surprisingly very good with 11 men even in the first 12 minutes.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So all right, boys, moving on. So all right. Well, we started off with 2 winning teams. Now let's go to the not so winning teams.
Let's go to
So
the losers.
let's go to the bunch of losers. Kevin.
Oh, no,
Yeah, man.
Kevin
Uh,
of
Kevin.
the Liverpool.
Hey
Hi,
Kevin,
Kevin.
yeah,
you don't know what happened behind the
So
scenes, huh? They prepared a song. They prepared a song.
No,
I mean, so guys, I mean, of course, disclaimer, no song, because United also lost, lah. So I should write a song for United as well. So, but of course, before I kick off, right? So Liverpool, obviously, they got Sean Dyche, right? Ayam kalah dengan hutan, or shall I say what you call this? Yeah, adding to another losing tally, into the mixer, right? Look, of course, to address to the fans before we move into the Liverpool segment, of course, Newcastle and City, for those who are tuned in, and to those who are either Newcastle or City fans out there, hey, as usual, drop us your comments. Let us know your thoughts and views as well. And yeah, probably there are probably moments in the match that was worth highlighting that we may have missed. Go ahead and just share your thoughts, right? So now let's move to Liverpool. So here we go, man. Kevin, your statement last week drove a lot of traction, yeah, on Arne Slot and etc. etc. Now, my question to you, considering Liverpool losing at home 3-0, right, against Forest, against Sean Dyche's Forest, right, is this signifying a major reality check for Liverpool?
Definitely, man. Six losses out of 7.
Yep.
I mean, who would have thought, coming again back from a campaign winning title. So, a title winning campaign. So, who would have thought? Yeah, I mean, let's say, okay, so Slot, before the game, I'm sure you all realized he did have a statement and he said that, I am taking a risk by fielding this bunch of players and this out of position. Somehow, like he knew what was about to happen. And in the game, we really played really poorly. And I got to say this, Slot, he's I think this was mentioned previously by Sharif, ego. I think now this we have to agree that part, where I think he's being very egoistic in terms of the players that is fielding. Konate has not been performing. Salah has not been performing. So it
Exactly.
says Isak has not been performing. Wirtz has not been performing. Van Dijk, yeah, he's not been his ever best is what his
McAllister too.
past. McAllister too, yes. The
Yeah.
only one in the team
Yeah.
is Soboslai and Ekitike.
Soboslai,
Safe
yeah.
to say, only these two. But
Maybe Gakpo as well.
he talks and maybe Gakpo also. But that's the problem, the players that he started with, the right back, he started Soboslai, and in the mid it was open. Why is Endo not playing? Why is Chiesa not playing? And why did you bring in Isak? And why not start Ekitike? So this is the problem the fans are having. Why is he playing players that are out of the position? No one
Out of
knows.
form.
Only he knows. So, um, yeah, I think it's a reality check for him right now. And again, I would say, previously I told mathematically it's possible, right?
No, please.
I did not
Bro,
bring that up.
wait.
Yeah.
That created traction. So now
Yeah.
it's
So I
equals
said
to D.
mathematically possible. Unless it's 12 to 15 points away. So now we are 11
What?
points
No.
away from Arsenal. Wait. Definitely, we are
Well,
out of the title race. Okay, we are out of the title race. Okay, we have to accept that. Now it's only Champions League spot. We have to go for it, and I think Slot has maybe the next 3 games, I would say, to make some changes. If not, then something would happen, and I wish that would not happen.
I think he has one more game.
he's just avoiding that word,
No lah.
So
I
never mind.
think
I will
I
paint.
think
So
I
let me
think
paint the picture. But yeah. So it's like now 1 week later, Kevin has just changed his narrative. So
yeah. 3 games. 3 games in, huh?
from
And what
3
did I
season
say?
now
Three games
become
Before
in.
3.
Christmas.
but
Before Christmas, right?
Kevin,
Yeah, no,
but guys,
yeah,
I don't think so. What is Liverpool going through right now? It's really serious compared to the team that I support lah, right? I think what Arnold Slots needs to do is just go back to basics. Go back to basics, like what you mentioned.
exactly. Yes,
I don't agree with you. I think I don't know. Actually, I agree with you. I think once they change the manager, they
Not
would be fine.
which manager.
okay.
No. I believe you see one thing about they did not like you know went on a on a panic buy to get Arne Slot. They means the Liverpool club.
I
That
agree.
doesn't mean you cannot screw up as well.
Hold on. Let me get to this
Yep.
point.
Yep.
They really went through. They really went Arne Slot, and then they include Jurgen Klopp as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, right, Kevin? Because this is what I know as a outside football fan. And he won the league on the first. Even though I know certain Liverpool fans will say or most of the fans say, oh, he won the league with with Klopp's team, but
Mhm.
I don't think so. I mean, you could see certain managers who inherited champions team. I can go to Real Madrid, I can go to Man United. I can go to even to what they call it, Chelsea as well. There is a stigma. You are coming to a champions team. The players that are being there, why they should listen to a manager that just came in. I know he has the respect of the squad, right? But I think right now, at least from in my opinion, I think right now he just needs to go back to basics. Play players that is in form. I think he's giving too much stick to Etike, right? Even in his
Mm-hmm.
post-match conference, he was saying
Mm.
that he need to play Isaacs because he wants to get the momentum. He saw
Playtime.
him in the training and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't agree that. And about the risk, right? He mentioned about the risk that he had to take the risk because it was 2-0 down, and which is I believe which is brave, right? At least he's
Yeah.
doing something, Matt, not like our manager seeing down and then just look down what he's doing right now. At least he did something. The only thing that he needs to change is, again, he's taking risk. His only thing he needs to change is to make a calculated risk. You don't simply take risk, just, I mean, it's raining, it's not perform, it's wet. You don't simply just go run without, you got to think something. So that's why I'm trying to see that. I believe Slot's position, at least I believe he can save himself. He can save rather than Ruben, man.
So in the
Go ahead,
morning,
Kuhan. To
not
disagree,
not in the morning, So Kuhan, you were saying,
unless
Kuhan.
yeah.
I mean, I think you see, you can calculate who in any parts of life, any parts of corporate business, whatnot. You can do the most detail of plans, but life happens to you. We know that. We know that from personal experience. So
Mhm.
I think while Slot was carefully picked up, I believe that Ruben Amorim also was carefully picked up.
No,
I believe
it
Eric
was
Ten Hag was also carefully picked up. I
no.
mean, no. Carefully picked up means
Sorry to
because
interrupt. No,
no. What I'm saying is, in their opinion, when they were picking up those managers, it's not like cabutan betua. They have some thought in it,
they
but
go
but
ahead, go
but
ahead, go
but
ahead.
my point is that my point is basically that it's a matter of being at the right place at the right time, and for Arne Slot, he was at the right place at the right time.
Mm,
But when it comes to the realities of the Premier League, I think he wanted to change how Liverpool played too drastically. I mean, he bought the transfers were there were a lot of mistakes in the transfer. So you can say that actually they wanted to buy the best creative playmaker in the world at that time, and they got Florian Wirtz. They bought Isak because Isak is in reality now, after seeing him play, I don't think it's a fitness issue. I just think that he cannot play for Liverpool. He is the most transition reliant striker in the Premier League. That's why it suits with Newcastle.
Yeah.
He's horrible against the low block. We know that. Remember, I was telling you why we need someone like Walter Made to be inside. Arsenal is doing that because you're playing against team with low blocks. You need set pieces. That's one of the ways you break low block. And he's also very poor when he gets into contact, and he cannot do any hold up play, if you notice, compared to Ekitike and all. You see now where the transfer is failing for them. So I'm not defending. I don't want to defend Arne Slot because I think he's being found out. That's my point.
mm.
For a manager who was calling out tactics of the opponents last season. We thought this guy's
Mm.
players just pulled master strokes, man. Calling out tactics of opponents. And now he's fumbling, right? So it's shocking. It's
It all
shocking.
started with the
But
long balls. The
what
long ball reason he have.
What are your thoughts, Kevin? After hearing, both of us, right? What are your thoughts? Do you see
So
him?
who do you side?
Do you see him
I
like
would
he's not
say
the right guy?
no. I mean, okay. Again, I would say I would still prefer him to be in the helm. Definitely. Again, I cannot get the fact that he won the Premiership with us.
Why?
Okay,
Why?
that no matter what, winning the Premiership is not easy. We've got so many good teams out there, and to
I
win the
agree.
Premier
I
League on the
agree.
first season takes a lot of how to say man management skills and finding out the right
Well,
players.
I mean, Conte do it, Pellegrino did it. I mean, a lot of Premier League first-time managers did it and get sacked the following year.
Exactly, and that's why I don't want the same thing to happen. And after they get set, what happens to the
Correct.
club?
There's no continuation.
They
Yeah,
start
correct.
back. They start back all over again.
I mean, I want to ask you guys this question. I mean, if anyone knows the answer to it, right? In Liverpool's history, right, do they like very fast sack managers or they did
I don't think
give
so.
time?
I
Because
don't
as
think so.
I recall, because to my recollection, right,
No,
like Brendan
no.
Rodgers, what he had easily what 2 seasons,
Yeah, yeah,
3 seasons, right?
He was doing well
Yeah,
for that
3.
Yeah,
Liverpool club,
exactly. I
for
mean,
that Liverpool team. Sorry.
I put
Yeah,
aside Kenny Dalglish's second
Any
stint lah.
English?
Yeah, it was
yeah.
a bit of
You
a
cannot
short.
sack him lah. You have to ask him to step down.
Yeah,
It's club
correct.
legend.
Club
Yeah.
legend, ba.
It's like
So
it's like in some place,
Yeah.
Kuhan.
so I mean that was just a sort of just generic question on that lah. So all right, guys, and now probably Kevin, based on I know of course I you know just joked about it, right? Based on his comments that Liverpool needs to spend, considering they have spent almost $500 million, right?
You
Mm.
know,
Before the season started. So my
Mm.
question, Kevin, to you: does Liverpool need to spend more this coming mid-season mid-season window? What are your
Kevin,
We
thoughts?
don't
Kevin,
need to spend.
just together. Apparently, they're rumored to be eyeing on Vinny Jr. from Real Madrid, who wants to leave actually.
Yeah, best highlighted.
Stop
So
adding stars, lah. Stop adding stars.
so
But
Yeah.
go ahead, Kevin. I will add in something. But go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah. I mean, I would say the squad is, I mean, relatively everywhere is okay in terms of opposition except centre back. You know, that is the problem that we have. And I feel that if they were to spend, I wouldn't say spend more. I would just say maybe get at least one centre back in to help with their defense. Because now Konate is off form. Joe Gomez, yeah, I mean, you can say a lot about him. He's not easy. He is inconsistent, but he does the job well, but not in the long run. If he's going to play a few games down the road, yeah, he's still injury prone. So we will need a centre back to come in to help us out defensively. We brought in one Italian chap, and unfortunately, he played the one game so well, and then he got injured. So that depletes our squad in terms of the defensive part. So to answer your question, man, I think maybe just to buy a centre back. But I want to come back to Sharif and Kuhan's point. So I will agree more to Sharif's point because I feel like Slot has good players all around. He has a good
Mhm.
squad. Okay, he has a good squad. He's just not
I
managing it well. You know, he's not managing it well and not
exactly.
playing the right people at the right position. If he can get that, yes, you can argue it's 10 games, 11 games down the road, and he still has not figured it out. I agree. But that's why we mentioned it about 3 games or 5 games for him to really get this nailed down. Just go back to the basics, start with the informed players, start
Basics.
with the players at the right position. That's all. The results will come in. Don't tinker the squad. Do not change the squad. Just stick with the informed players. 100%, we will get the points.
There's only
I
one form player or two.
I think it's a team
Exactly.
game, because I believe
You
that
see, I mean,
like
for a
what
right
Kevin was.
back, yeah, I'm sorry, but the right back, I mean, he complained we
Go, go,
don't have a right back because Frimpong maybe is out of form. Just came back from injury, and then Bradley is out. But we have Calvin Ramsey, which is an academy player. We have an out-and-out right back in the squad. Use them just like Klopp. How Klopp brought in Bradley in the squad. Similarly,
Yes.
when times are difficult, just bring in your players at the right position and see whether they can perform. Don't bring a player that is doing so well in the middle, which is Soboslai, and then put him back at right back, completely out of position. So yeah, so I feel that the squad that he has is there. It's just that maybe because of the transfers he made was too huge of an amount. So a lot of them are saying, "Oh, you bought worse." Oh, and they're not performing. So too much of pressure is on him to actually put them on the pitch for them to actually get it start playing.
Do you think this is just what I'm guessing? Do you think there are
Mm.
now new egos in the club? your Ekitike, Isaac,
Mm.
and worse. I mean, they all won something. They are
Mm-hmm.
big players. And do you think the old egos like the Muhammad Salahs and the I mean,
Van
I think
Dijk.
he's maybe Van Dijk. All this is one part is playing in the team dynamics, and now they are probably don't have a senior leadership team like what Liverpool used to have in the past with James Milner, Jordan Henderson, and Van Dijk leadership and captaincy is not shining because I believe that when things are good, anyone can be captain and a leader and everything. Where when things is bad, that's when you want to know what you're
Agree,
made of
agree,
actually.
agree.
So maybe
That's why
these
you're
two
kind of
Mm-hmm.
element,
Yep.
these two element will cause the sack for Slot.
For slot.
Mm.
Yeah,
Could be. Yeah,
because he
you're right.
couldn't. Because tactically you may be brilliant, you understand the game, but then if your players are having this kind of cohesion problem, and then a lack of leadership on and off the field, that could be a problem. Which never saw this kind of thing happening in Klopp, because Klopp was, even in bad times, he was amazing when
I
Liverpool
agree.
was struggling during the COVID
Yeah.
season. I mean, right after
After
COVID,
the
after they won the title.
defense crisis,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
True, true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They had
Yeah.
like many injured players. We still like that Liverpool, and now this current Liverpool is becoming unlikable.
That's why I think, Kevin, you hit one thing and suddenly it got the light bulb in my head shine. I think
Mm.
one thing what happened is, I think last season, if I mean maybe I want to hear you, but I also want to
Mm-mm.
hear the Liverpool fans as well. I don't think so. He played Klopp static. I think he played his statics with with the inner forward much more wider and everything. But then now he's forcing the Klopp strategy into it, right? He's like, okay, I need the crosses or the direct balls from where Trent Alexander-Arnold.
He wants to control play. He wants to control play.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
And to leverage that, he's bringing Sobos. Like, I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, you see
Mm.
big managers, even winning managers like Pep, even Arsenal as well, even in Europe as well. When things get tougher, they bring in their youth players, and yes, they could not be as the same standard as the person that are
Mm.
replacing as, but they understand the
Yeah.
culture of the club itself, right? They understand
Mm.
the gameplay and everything. And this is where I think, at least my opinion, right? I think right now Slot is taking a very safe route. I'm going back to basics, but I'm going back to basics where these players knows how to play for the last 5 years, and which is the wrong way. And this is
Mm.
where I agree. Sorry, again, I got to relate back to Man United, which is I agree what Ruben Amorim says. When things get tougher, you don't change your philosophy because that.
Mm.
And this a track record with Ole Gunnar, he changed to 3-5-3, to a
Yeah.
certain team. With Eric Ten Hag, after 3 games, he changed. He changed. He said, "Oh, these guys or these players couldn't play the Ajax ball." After 3 games, he changed. So what are your thoughts about that?
You see, I mean, how Slot won the league? It's very simple. Okay. He used the
Manchester
same
City was poor.
players. Not really. I mean,
Everyone was poor.
everyone
Okay,
says
man.
that is because the league was
There
poor.
is half truth in that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know what you mean, but I mean, I'm not
Go
taking
ahead, Kevin.
the Slot's side, but what I feel like, coming from Klopp's team, there is a sense of cohesion, there is a sense of balance in the team already when he came in. So all he had to do is just tell them, and it was not Klopp's game, entirely for last season. It was a completely
I
different
agree.
gameplay he had. Very
I
technical
agree.
minded, very slow compared to Klopp. But because he had the
Correct.
same players, within that field, everyone could play well and understand each other's game, regardless whether it's a 3-5-2, a 4-4-1-1, or a 3-5-1. Regardless the formation, everyone could understand the play. But coming into this season, the players that he brought in was because some of the players left. And we all know why players leave Liverpool is because they don't get paid extravagant amount compared to the cities and the
Mm-hmm.
Man U's and the Arsenals. So they go and get,
Which is good.
for a bigger paycheck. Yeah, definitely. Everyone is just going for a bigger paycheck. So when these players came in, the problem from day one that I feel Slot made was starting them off straight off out of the bank. and that is when,
I agree.
in
Mm.
terms of
That
the
breaks the
leadership,
dominant
like
factor.
Van Dijk is mentioned.
Right. Okay.
And I
Yep.
think that one would have added. That one would have added when the new players start, they don't know the hierarchical system in the club. They just think, oh,
Whiplash.
the
Yes.
manager
Yes.
started me,
Yes.
therefore
Yes.
I'm a superstar.
I must. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
For a new
let's
player
see.
to come in, normally we bring
Let's
in
see.
through the
Another 3 games
substitutes,
for
right?
Liverpool.
Yeah, definitely slowly bring them into the squad. But he started off them straight off the bank. So in that sense, everyone, the whole, even the senior
Mm-hmm.
players, they felt that they can't really relate to their playing style. So there was lack of communication, no balance within the team. So in that sense, I think that is the downfall of Slot coming until this year. But the problem is he's taking too
Mm-hmm.
long to get that balance in the team because, like Sharif mentioned, the ego of the players, the huge money that they spend, he needs to play them. So yeah,
Yep.
let's just hope
Agreed.
in these next three
Well,
games
yeah.
he has to change
Yeah.
things.
Three, not one.
Right.
Who they playing next?
No,
So, but of course,
but
so
I
addressing
really
to the
wish he
fans,
stays on.
right? So yeah, addressing to the fans. What are your thoughts? What are your comments? Do let us know in the comment section below.
Yes.
Obviously,
Come on, keyboard warriors.
let calling out to all, calling out to all Liverpool fans out there, yeah. So I know
I'm
there's
gonna
been
give.
some of you,
Yeah. Come on,
quite
bird
off.
fans.
Obviously, off late there has been always a sound of silence, right? So
Silence.
from the Liverpool fans and but of course, banter aside, we welcome your thoughts and feedback as well, and based on to sum up on the talking points as well.
Yeah.
Would signings enhance Liverpool and to come out from their their losing streak? Let's see what happens, and some tactical changes. Do let us know your thoughts. So now, from one losing team to the next losing team, so of course, United. My goodness, I don't know. I mean, well, I should start with Sharif lah. What's gone wrong? Considering they couldn't even beat a 10-man Everton. So I want to hear your thoughts, man. Go ahead, man.
I got to pick the exact words from Kuhan said just now about Liverpool, about Arne Slot. I mean, Man United has been found out. It's simple as that. I mean, I know people, even myself as well, were happy. We beat Liverpool. We got a good momentum after Liverpool games, but it looked that we are getting back to the old Man United when we go against Nottingham Forest, right? To sum up with the 10 men, right? You imagine, you guys remember the 2006 Italian football scandal?
Yep.
A championi scandal.
Yeah, the champion is. Imagine if Man United played in the Italian league in 2006, and they are in part of this championi, whatever project mafia thing. MU will not get found out because everyone played their part. Everyone played their part. The mafia, the journalists played their part, the match official played their part, the opposition played their part, but
The
MU didn't play
referee.
their part. MU mixed the MU Man United players together with their managers to their coaches and the backroom staff missed the only part where to you just come in and then boleh goal punya. Because that's how it feel during the game. Guys, even Amorim also said the same thing. You from the 12th minute you got a red card, and the way the red card was two players slapping each other.
I think slapping is a bit of exaggeration.
Okay, so
I
Pushing and
mean, the
shoving.
fingers touch a little bit. It's like,
yeah, which agreed. I agree, Kun. From a
I think
neutral
it's harsh.
fan, yeah, from a neutral fan, I don't think so. It's a red card. I think both should get the yellow for
Yeah,
for causing
yeah.
certain
I think
violent conduct and everything.
the referee was too quick. He didn't take a second to think, actually.
Exactly. As I
Yeah.
say, it's like it's like everyone fixed. Okay, we're gonna fix this match. We're gonna give MU. We're gonna
Exactly. It
blanket
looks like
MU.
that, It looks like that. I was thinking the same thing.
MU missed the plot. MU forget to baca the script. That's how it felt, no, bro. And and it's at Old Trafford. The fans was there. Even Everton manager David Moyes and the players were like not fighting with the or not arguing with the referee for the red card.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were like, "Hey, bro, Gana, go lah, go.
Yeah lah.
Yeah,
Pergi minum, pergi minum.
Give me no.
This is part of the script kita bagi time. But
Yes, it looks like
seriously,
kita bagi
bro.
MU menang kind of game lah.
So so that's how I just want to hear other fam. That's how it felt like. I mean, 10 men and 12 minutes you have almost like what? Almost, and then your striker. We talk about striker. We talk about Isak. We talk about Walter Made. I mean, Zirkzee only got his first shot on target at the 88th minute, man. At the 88th minute, terrible. I
Mm.
mean, what standard is that we are playing, man? What standard we are playing, man? I
But
okay,
you
go on,
guys
go ahead,
miss
yeah, go ahead.
Cunha. You guys miss Cunha as well, right? I mean, I think who's like probably MU's best player, lah. Like it or not, I think it's very evident that with him the team is different. Without him, the team is not so great. But I mean, when I saw the game, I think it was a defensive masterclass by Everton. They only had 3 shots on target within the first. I mean, like, well, just 3 shots on target the whole game actually, and they scored a winner. The winner was amazing. I think the keeper could have done better.
I agree.
I
I
was
Yeah,
agree.
about to ask that question, in fact. Was that Dewsbury Hall's goal savable? Because
yeah.
I agree.
I feel
Man,
it. I feel,
let
I
me ask
feel
you from a goalkeeper standpoint. Let me ask. Okay, first of all, okay, sorry, to interrupt. I get a bit agitated. First of all, it was half.
Don't apologize. It's okay.
Understandable.
It was half-hearted tackle by Bruno Fernandes, and again, I got to call him out. I mean, he got to go, man. I do not know why he's still in the team because the other players couldn't play, right? He couldn't play that he couldn't play that role, and he's getting found out. And I got to say, besides the playing the match fixing, the players are getting found out one by one.
So he's playing the central midfield, the legs one
Correct.
lah. This
Yes.
one we know for a long time already. He doesn't have the
Yes,
legs.
and Matt, I don't know from a goalkeeping standpoint. This is I got to ask you. I noticed Lemons when he's safe on the left, he
Mhm.
always reach out with his right hand. Well,
Mm.
hello. Look, what's this? What's this, guys? This is a left hand. Why you couldn't say
It's okay. Okay.
and Matt? Let me understand this. I mean, Ruben Amorim says Vidal can play Rashford position. Can the goalkeeper coach that? I mean,
Okay. So
from there, I blame him. I blame Bruno, and I
Mhm.
blame the goalkeeper as well. It is savable. It is savable.
if you're talking about dominant hand, I can relate to David De Gea. He's done that. If you notice, shots being fired towards his left, he goes with his right hand to save them. Whereas you have your left hand to go, right? But again, are these stuff coachable and trainable? I think yes, right? But why wasn't that applied here? So questionable. I totally agree, right? I mean, we play football, we play futsal together, same thing as well. So it's common, right? It's like, yeah, you've got both hands, man. You've got both hands, right? And I think, yeah, I can agree because on socials it was going a bit berserk. Not berserk, I'm probably exaggerating, but people were talking about that the goal from Dewsbury Hall, was that savable? In my eyes, I think it was. You could have just closed in your opponent, right? Basics. It's basics, right? So I mean, of course, it's Sana Laman's first loss, for United, as a goalkeeper. But again, bound to happen, right? But bound to happen, fine, but not against a 10-man team, man. Bloody hell.
But I mean,
Not
to be
against a
fair,
10-man team,
10-man
lah.
teams sometimes are hard to play against.
I can agree. I
Yeah.
can agree. But again, no matter what's said and done, it all circles back to
I agree. I
that
agree.
lah.
Mental.
It
I agree.
circles
I
back
agree.
to your mentality.
You
And
you
when
said
I
about
talk yeah, sorry, you were saying, Sharif.
sorry. You said about Drewsbury.
Dewsbury Hall, yeah.
He beat Bruno. He didn't beat Bruno. Bruno didn't. Bruno like acted like he's going to the ball. He beaten Euro. He beaten Sen Alemans. 3 players like that.
Yeah,
Just got town
exactly.
hall, bro.
Correct. So yeah, and I can agree, right? When yeah, he beat 2 players, he's beaten 2 players, and he takes a shot and he scores. So questionable lah. Again, once again,
And,
it's a questionable performance. So yeah.
but to be fair, MU did created chances, and
No.
Pickford. I mean, there's a reason why he's England number 1
Okay.
goalkeeper.
I I see your point, Kuhan. Yeah, I see your point, Kuhan. And this is where sometimes there's also football analysts is also I listen to them argue as well. Sometimes when you are just seeing the XGs and chances created, it looks like very well. But
Mm,
this
mm.
data have been driven by a computer who may or may not know what a good or bad chances is. What I saw as a football fan from the highlights, from the highlight, because I know MU, I would not sacrifice my sleep, right? It was a cross from the right wing back to the left wing back, and then the left wing back to the right wing back. That's all. And then
Yep.
cut, and then the same thing, and then the right wing back couldn't do or couldn't find anything. He tracked back to the outside of the box, and then that's where the ball go to the row zero and everything. I do agree. There are a couple shots on target that are where it's almost getting in, and Pickford, that's why he's number one keeper.
Yep.
But no excuse,
You
man.
know,
I
I mean,
mean,
I
no
think
excuse.
like for menu, I did watch the highlights. So these guys, I think, guys play a lot of possession football. Okay, you all hold the ball quite a number of times, quite long. But I feel the only problem that Manu is facing right now is they don't have a creative midfielder. They had that in Bruno Fernandes, but I think, like you said, he's been found out. So they don't have someone that can actually link up play, and they don't have a out and out striker. So Sesko was brought in, but we all know he's not really up to par. So I feel like in terms of the technical mindset that I'm already had, yeah, the problem I feel is just they're not clinical enough. There's no cutting edge in Manu's play right now. They have good players in them. It's just that maybe one or two need to come in and sort out. I think it's the strike force.
I mean, if you look at the lineup, the one which surprised me is that with the absence of Cunha, they would just played Bruno Fernandes at Cunha's position and use
Agree.
Ugarte
I agree.
as
Exactly.
the
Yes.
I
central
Yeah.
midfield. I
agree.
mean, like
Correct.
it is the natural thing because I think he played Ahmad.
Ahmad, yes.
Yeah, and
Ahmad and
I
Mbeumo.
don't think he's there. It's not working out.
And to add as well, yeah, considering this sort of gameplay, by December, United will be without Mbeumo and also Amad Diallo
Mm,
Yeah,
for a
Christian Cup.
whole 1 month plus. So now
unless
with
they decide
this,
not to go.
which
Mm.
you
Or
and I know
Cameroon
is
decide not to
never.
turn up. One thing positive, Cameroon has Onana, so I know they will return back early. Yeah.
Hey, but in the Africans Cup of Nation is a different beast altogether,
I
man.
know, I know, I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Onana will be the best goalkeeper, perhaps lah.
He will turn up there. So, but yeah, but never know, right? But again, right, with this sort of performance, yeah, it is worrying, right? Considering, as you know, based on our last pod, right, United does have winnable games, winnable next 5 games. Now it's down to 4. United has already lost against Everton. We've got another 4 more. Very, very worrying. Considering home form, considering United's home games as opposed to their away, right? Really showing signs that there's some degree of struggles. But again, Everton, what a performance, man! Again, right? I
Yeah,
was talking
Yeah, yeah.
about I was talking about mentality once again, right? I gotta give credit to Everton as a whole. Going down 10 men, so what? We play, right? You show up, right?
Yeah.
It's the fear factor, man.
Correct,
It's the fear factor.
They showed hunger. Yeah.
Yeah,
correct.
they show hunger. They believe that
resilience.
They
they should
believed that,
they
yes,
believe that this Man United team is not good. It's not
beatable.
EPL standard.
Exactly.
Just now I just told about Arne Slot finding out back to basics. Ruben
Mm.
Amorim said in his post-match conference that he's worried that the team will be getting back to the last season form.
Last
Well,
season.
I did a quick comparison for the first 13 games when Ruben Amorim came in from November 2024 to January 25 for his first 13 games, and during this season, where a lot of United fans were saying that this season is going to be one of a better season because we only get one game per week, right? And
Yeah,
from August 2025 to November 2025, guess what, guys? The winning percentage between last season, the first 12 games, and these 12 games the winning percentage for last season is
It's
higher
better. It's
than
higher.
this
Yeah.
season.
Higher than.
I mean,
However, when we look at the XGs and the X points, it looks better. So that's why I calling out to fans who saying that trust the process, work in progress,
well,
transition, and so on.
Arsenal is doing it, trusting the process for quite some
Well,
time.
okay, good thing, Gwen. Well, okay, if you want to trust the process, and if we are using Arsenal as a benchmark, right? Let me bring you up also what Arsenal did when they brought in Arteta. Okay, when Arteta came in 2019, right? The first thing that the ownership did, they bought 100% ownership.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first difference that they did. Okay, so Cronkite Sports came in and bought 100%. No selling 28%, no selling 70% and everything, right? And when Cronkite came in, he changed from a silent fourth place position, and we are going to win the league. And he brought him the executive leadership from 2019 in the head of football, the CEO, until brought in sports director Edu Gaspar on 2022.
And they were brave to drop players they don't like, who doesn't like the
Correct,
system as
exactly.
well.
And
Yeah.
and
Yes.
and the background staff as well. What grows bigger, all right? They brought in Steve Round. They brought in the set pitch coach. That's why they are now, set piece this one. And they brought a very young tactician, Carlos Cueta as well, right? And then you mentioned about the players who goes out. They move out high wage bill players. Mesut
Yep.
Mhm.
Ozil,
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang, and everything. Man United are still sticking with the high wage players. Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro. Man, and all to United fan, you cannot build something that is broken. You
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
cannot build something. These players are broken, cowards, and they are not at the standard of EPL. Simple as that. It takes 5 years. All of these players have been in the in the PL for 5 years, and their game has not changed. We talk about mentality. How many managers are there? They have been thrown the managers under the bus. So if the club, if so again, you have a fans who say that we need to trust the process, the fan base who say that we are work in progress, but the club is not doing anything. Sir Ratcliffe or Mr. Ratcliffe, whatever you want to call
But
it, said that they will
on the
not buy
other
anything in
hand,
the summer. Arsenal spend.
on the
No, go
other
ahead.
hand,
Go ahead.
I want to add that, you see, Mikel Arteta, he was a assistant manager for Pep Guardiola in Man City for, I think, I can't remember X number of years.
3
Ruben
years, 3 years.
Amorim, Ruben Amorim is a nobody when it comes to EPL. So maybe trusting the wrong manager, this is the fault of the upper management for sure, is probably the answer. That's the only thing.
Best part, Amorim was the first choice for Liverpool before Slot.
I agree. Yes, exactly. And this also come back to the argument that I said that the process of selecting managers for Liverpool and for Man United, I don't believe. Yes, of course they didn't. Okay, let's pull out. They didn't do, but it was always a panic buy. It was always in a panic mode. They did not have, okay, this manager is going to end, and I'm going to have a selection process, and it comes to it, right? And this is something, maybe a blessing disguised in Amorim, right? Because like what Kuhn you mentioned, right? The top executive level had got everything wrong. They sacked Eric Ten Hag late. They brought in Dan Ashworth, and then they sacked him as well because Dan Ashworth was not promoting the appointment of Ruben Amorim. So if they sack Ruben Amorim, not even a single one decision that they took over for 2 years ago had
Yep.
came to right. So you see, you appoint a manager that has, like what you mentioned, that has no PL understanding, right? And he's adamant to play the way he's
Mm-hmm.
playing, right? I know the football the way I see it. Okay, fine, but you're not backing up with buys. You're not backing up with the staffs that he needs, right? You're not backing up with the structure that he needs. You know, I don't know. For me, it's two faults. It's from the above level, and again, I think Ruben Amorim needs to be a little bit much more. How do I say
Ruthless.
this?
Probably
And at least take some risk, lah. Be a bit brave, lah. Right? I mean, you saw Zirkzee cannot do anything for 80 minutes. Why is still
Yep.
playing there?
Agreed.
And,
Agreed
and,
as
and
well.
you heard,
Okay.
and you so told Cohen, why you need to play Bruno at the center midfield? Now play at the number 10 position. Be
True.
and why you're sticking with 3-4-3? What with 10
He
men?
likes the formation.
I don't know. Well, his wife need to check under his bed whether he's keeping his wife picture or 3-4-3 formation.
And yeah, man. I mean, again, at the end of the day, or as much as look, 5 winnable games, United has lost 1, 4 to go. Let's see what happens. As much as look, it's still work in progress. Lots of areas, lots of.
Work in progress. Wow,
I always say this, right? Always say this, right?
it's
Because
broken, man. It's broken, man.
it is.
You
We
got to
can
change
agree
the squad. You got to change the squad. It's broken.
that.
You cannot fix. You cannot fix
Yeah,
something is broken.
that's
Plate.
true.
It's a broken plate. You cannot piece it together. Change.
True. So,
That's
but of
what
course,
Arsenal did. That's what
yeah,
Arsenal
that's
did,
what they
and they
did.
trust the process.
True.
That's what
Yeah,
Arsenal
and
did, and that's what
5
Liverpool
They
did
revamped the
to
whole
an
squad.
extent as well.
and for Arsenal, obviously, 5 seasons
Imagine,
later,
Matt.
look at
Sorry,
where they
sorry
are,
to
right?
imagine, Matt, if Liverpool kept Skirtle.
You mean Martin Skrtel, is it? Oh
Ah,
man.
Martin Skirtle, yeah. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the defense that
yeah,
Klopp inherited.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He was
Imagine that.
okay defender, man.
Still okay. Yeah, I mean he was not at
Yeah.
fault, right? But then the standard is not there. The standard is not there. The standard is not there.
So I mean, well, lots of good points, Sharif. Look, ultimately, to sum it up, obviously, the problems are at a lot of areas for
Idiots. Yeah.
for United, right? So to compare, it's langit dan bumi lah, as we were to compare
Yeah.
to other clubs as well, right? However, addressing this to the fans, right? So to all calling out to all you United fans out there as well. Let us know, man. Please let us know, what do you think as a United supporter like yourself? What could have been different? What needs to be done? Considering we're approaching the mid season, right? And of course with all the transfers coming in soon and all that. Yes, that the word has it, right, that there will be no spending this coming the mid season
January.
transfer window. Yeah, so yeah, United, as they say, is they are not going to spend, but there could be surprises. We don't know. So I want to hear it from the fans as well, right? So, well, that having said, so we have obviously reached the end of this pod. And to those who have tuned in, really, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate your support. And if you are new here, ladies and gents, hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on the notifications as well. Stay tuned to weekly episodes filled with none other than football topics, banters, fun making, and
Songs.
and stay tuned. Now, you want song, you must keep on watching and hit those likes as well, right? Not only will I want to write a song, I'm in the process of writing a song, right? For Liverpool. I mean, I stand by the song for Liverpool, but for United coming soon. Yes.
United, they have to make summer.
Yeah, must write one already lah for United, So, but of course, once again, this is Matt signing out as your host. Joining me in the studio, Kuhan, Kev, Sharif. This is us from Bollock Studios. Until the next episode, stick around. Peace out. Cheers.